everyone, Linda Gedbois, and I'm here to talk to you tonight about the law of three, or what I call the three minds, three selves, and what religion is typically referred to as the Trinity, which is the basic three intrinsic aspects of the self, or the three levels of the mind that are comprised of what we refer to as the self. And I wanted to use a piece of artwork to kind of express the idea or convey the idea, because art is unique in the sense that it requires us to employ all three aspects of our mind as a means of interpreting it and kind of creating an experience in order to receive the knowledge or be able to see the knowledge that the piece holds. And it kind of re-engages the intuitive aspect, the right hemisphere, which is required for interpreting symbolic imagery just in life or as a general practice. And it helped because in our society, unfortunately, we've gotten very into left brain type stuff. And the left brain likes to analyze. It likes to take everything, break it off into little parts and study the little parts, and it just has a bunch of parts. It doesn't necessarily, synthesize them or weave them back into a whole story that kind of expands and encompasses a whole body of knowledge. That's what the right brain does. The right brain is the holistic aspect. It's the universal language of images, symbols, colors, geometric designs that form a kind of universal archetype that allows for a systematic science that allows each person viewing the artwork to have the same impression or form the same impression based on their understanding of objective expression. And art works not only on the universal language of images and designs, but also off of the principle of unity and connection, in the sense that in a piece of artwork that's designed with symbolic imagery, nothing happens by accident, right? Everything has a purpose, everything has thought into it. Every attribute of every image contributes to the whole and is necessary to accurately convey the idea that the image is embracing or that it's meant to express. So I want to just kind of go over some of the basic ideas, the basic imagery of this piece. And I'm not going to go into too much detail because I want to kind of allow for your own experience. I don't want to give you too much suggestion because it'll kind of change how you experience it. But this piece clearly portrays the masculine, feminine, the truine nature we have. This is the basic geometric design or symbol for the truine nature. We have the circle up here with the two circles side by side, and if you can see these circles better, they kind of go together and they have an overlapping, a part of them that's overlapping, and this is called the Vesica Piscis, which is or the mandorla, which is symbolic of creativity, of the two coming together, and while they're sharing aspects, they still maintain their individuality. But right in the middle, which kind of represents the hemispheres are connected by what's called a colossum, and this is what allows us to access our thoughts with our feelings, and kind of go back and forth and use both hemispheres of our brain kind of in tandem or in a kind of synchronized interaction. So the back and forth spiraling movement through the chakras that it takes, where it goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, as a way of expressing. The one stimulates and brings into expression the opposite quality, which stimulates and brings into expression the opposite, and they just kind of go back and forth, kind of like in a pulsating heartbeat. So, and of course, this is representative of the higher mind, the superconscious, the soul, spirit aspect of the mind that then breaks off and forms into two aspects of itself as masculine and feminine. And this basically represents that all living forces in nature exist in a state of polarity of electromagnetic energy that oscillates between poles, and kind of like the infinity movement as a form of vibration and movement, which is what allows things to exist, right? If nothing's moving, if it doesn't move and have a vibration to it, it doesn't have a quality or any kind of attributes, and it doesn't exist in the physical world in terms of us being able to see it, touch it, hear it, smell it, and be able to perceive it with our senses in some way. And of course the horizontal line down here at the bottom is the horizontal line represents physical reality and spirit coming into a physical expression that can be perceived with the senses. And the colors are basically the three minds represent the three upper chakras, which is the blue, purple, and the white light. So we have very celestial colors. So this is basically representative of the two coming together to form the one, or the one dividing and coming down into the physical plane, forming the two. So if you reverse the flow, here you have the triangle that's going clearly like this, which is the spirit descending into the physical. And if you were to flip this orientation, you would have the physical ascending back into the spirit. But that's kind of like the basic interpretation of it. It also has a little bit of a sexual quality or orientation, which kind of expresses the intimate nature of the different aspects of ourself. The intimate interaction of the masculine and feminine energy in a state of love, which love, if you spell it backwards, is basically evolve. And this is how we evolve through life, is through the interaction of the masculine and feminine, not only within ourselves, but within all of life. So, and of course the trick with this is to try and maintain a state of equilibrium so that everything stays in balance, because when we get sick or we have an illness or a mental type problem, maybe we're depressed or something like that's going on, it's just a sign that something's out of balance. And this system has to be maintained in a state of harmony in order to function properly. So if something gets out of sync, then we just simply have to introduce the proper inflows to bring it back into equilibrium and get the system back into a harmonious state. So, but this is representative of one of the classes that we offer at the Mystery School, Creative Transformations. And it's called Three Minds, Three Selves. And it's kind of like the 101 of mind training, right? I mean, if you're going to learn about your mind and how it works so that you can use it proficiently, you have to start with the basics, which is the three levels of the mind. And we also offer classes on, the four bodies, which are the lower four chakras, and the spiritual, mental, emotional, physical, or the astral fields, and the chakra system, and different classes like that to help you, become knowledgeable about yourself and gain the type of knowledge that will help you to be able to learn to use your own energy, your own mind, your own thought processes, your emotions, in a much more productive way, so that you can become a powerful creator in your life and learn to create the type of life that you really want, that you desire, and that you, to kind of be able to be more skillful with your own system, so to speak. So, but anyway, check out our website. It's creativetransformations.biz. And you can either scroll down the home page till you see something that looks good and click on it, or if you go over to the menu bar on the left side, you can check out the class descriptions, the class schedule, and that sort of thing, and hopefully find what you're looking for there. So if you have any questions, feel free to email me, and I would be happy to answer any questions, clear up any confusion. So again, thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you.